Well, it finally happened, boys. Starfire is dead. Add it to the list of exotics to sit in the vault and collect dust for the next few years, because that thing ain't gonna be used. I mean, it might have some play, but I don't really see much. And I know now people are wondering what builds to run, especially for the next season. I actually have 4 builds here that I believe are some of the strongest builds in the entire game that you can use to dominate pretty much all pieces of content, especially now with the buffs to a bunch of underperforming supers, which I think are going to bring a lot of classes towards the top. So the first build here is going to be still on Solar Warlock using Sunbracers. This build summed up is just get kill with charge melee, spam grenade for 6 seconds, get melee back, rinse or repeat. Plus using Ember of Searing plus Momentum Transfer on the gloves will be the easy way to get your melee energy back, with only really needing 2 to 3 kills, maybe 4. Sometimes you don't even need many kills, you just need to get hits on enemies with your grenades to proc Momentum Transfer, which will just give you a chunk of your melee energy back every time, which is fantastic. And you can even add into an incandescent weapon plus outreach on your class item to pretty much ensure 100% uptime on your melee. And this build is generally so strong, and with Starfire gone, it is going to be the new Solar Warlock go-to, especially with its crazy good survivability using Ember of Resolve and Ember of Mercy as well. So the second build here is going to be on Arc Warlock using Fallen Sunstar. This build is some of the highest ability uptime in the entire game, with really its only drawback being that it had underwhelming supers, but now with Chaos Reach receiving a 25% damage buff in PvE next season, this build will generally be one of the strongest for Warlocks. I think so at least. And so this build really focuses on spamming your abilities like crazy, so you can spawn in as many Ionic Traces as physically possible to then fund your abilities back. Since the buff Traces from Fallen Sunstar give you 25% grenade and melee energy plus 30% class ability energy back. And so with using the Aspect Electrostatic Mine and Fragments Spark of Ions, Spark of Beacons, and Spark of Shock will basically allow you to have infinite uptime on your abilities as long as you're spamming them and you're using an arc special weapon, plus adding in the fact that there's just a plethora of very good arc special weapons in this game. This build will slap in really any piece of content, man. GM, low tier, it doesn't matter. This build is so damn good. You should give it a try. For the third build here, going to be using Void Warlock Nezarec Sin build. This has always been my favorite Void Warlock build since really Destiny 2's start. You just get crazy good ability energy from getting Void weapon kills and ability kills. And with Nezarex, you get 300% increased grenade and melee regeneration rate and 200% class ability and super regeneration rate when Abyssal Extractors is activated. Add that in with the aspects and fragments that grant you ability regen, devour, weakened, and then also volatile rounds on grenade kills, plus also explosions on ability kills. You're looking at generally one of the strongest solo classes in the entire game. It's pretty much unkillable as long as you can kill some enemies. This build allows for also 100% uptime of a 15% debuff to enemies through using your grenade, and then also Child of the Old Gods. So it is fantastic for bosses, and another additive bonus is the fact that Nova Bomb is getting a 20% damage increase in PvE. So Void Warlocks are really positioned to be absolutely killer for boss fights when they were already absolutely killer for ad clear. So I'm generally thinking this might end up becoming the new best Warlock build that you need for endgame content, always. And for the fourth and final build here, this is going to be the Strand Warlock Threadling Swarmers build. So Strand Warlock honestly has been so good since its release. It may be not the strongest Strand class, especially compared to Titan, which I still think is one of the most broken classes in the entire game right now. But it still has some crazy suspension capabilities, plus with its just really cool focus of making a minion army, which I find so fun. This build summed up is consuming your shackle grenade, kill stuff, and then other stuff gets suspended in the air, and mixing it in with swarmers and Thread Evolution. So you will have a Threadling army spawning in from killing Tangles, and also that'll cause enemies to unravel when they explode on them, which you can also add in, plus with the unravel from your melee, so it's just a constant spam of suspension, unravel, and then threadlings all over the damn place. It's super fun. I do still, however, feel that even with the buffs of Thread of Evolution, threadling damage feel pretty underwhelming, especially in higher end content. But the buff being able to increase the overall damage of your super is still fantastic, and I think is generally a very damn good super, making it one of, if not the best one-off Warlock supers in the game. We'll have to see with the changes next season to a lot of the other one-off supers. Well, really, I mean just only Nova Bomb, just to see which one it compares out to, but as of right now, the Warlock Strand super is the best for one-off damage you can have right now. And, you know, of course, hey, look, these are just some of the builds that I love to play. But just, man, play however you want with whatever build you want to make. Or you can even, you know, if you wanted to take some of these builds and add in whatever you think would be more fun to it. Anyway, guys, I'm really excited for next season. I'm loving this new underwater theme. I'm hoping it's going to be really cool. And I can't wait for the new dungeon. I'm so excited for that. I'm really hoping it's going to be fun, because Spire the Watcher isn't really my favorite. It's still good. I like the boss fights, but I don't know. I'd like something with some more fun, like mechanics and puzzles. I think that'd be a good time. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you guys so much for 400 subs. Honestly shocked I even have more than 10. I just appreciate all the support. And anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next video.